Good evening, everyone. I'm a little bit early, just by a few, well, maybe a minute or so. Give me a second and I shall link the. Hopefully, this will work. Hopefully, that link will work and y'all can jump up here. Hello, Glenn, April, Shaky. Hey, Jackie. Let me know if that link is not working. Hey, Holland, how are you? There's the link up above if you want to jump in. Hey, Shaky.
On the bottom there, you got different screens. I think it's the third one over. Click that third one over, as Glenn would say.
Uh,
That's it.
Okie dokie. I am buzzing for sure.
Well, you know it's working anyway. I got me on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I know it's working. Got my drink. Got my cough drop, which doesn't seem to be working. And I'm ready to go. So, how's your day been today, Shaky?
All right. It's all right. Trying to get everything ready for Monday. I was going to try to get a day of bow hunting in tomorrow because all the weekend warriors are up here getting ready for Monday for rifle season.
You can hunt on Sundays. Hi, Fedra.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could hunt on Sundays.
You can't hear.
Oh. I know my dad, when I was growing up, went hunting a lot. One time, him and my brother, and my two uncles went out on a hunting trip, and my cousin was with them, and while they were out hunting, a blizzard hit. They got stranded. They had to actually have helicopters come in and rescue them. It was bad. I mean, it was real bad.
Wow, that's rough.
Holland, which is Higgs Rock Farm, said that their rifle season is into its second week.
Yes, some of them are. Texas,
Mhm.
I know Texas has been in. I don't know who else. I know there's some others in. I'm not sure if Pennsylvania's been in or not. Ours starts Monday and goes until I think around the 4th of December. And then we have 2 weekends of doe season till come up between then and end of the year.
Yeah, Higgs lives in Kentucky, I do believe. I think it's where they're from. But Travis wants to go hunting, but he has back problems so bad. I don't know if he's gonna be able to.
Yeah, especially you got to do a lot of walking. I got to jump off here. Jackie's watching this Christmas movie, and I got to keep muting because I don't want it feeding into the mic. So I just want to make sure your link worked and somebody can get up here and talk.
Okay, does anyone else want to jump up here real quick?
All right, I'll talk to you. Love you.
Love you too, hon. Here's the link if you are. I've never played a Nintendo Switch. I wondered if they were fun. Hey, Susie. There's the link above if you want to jump up. Yeah, my boys, they play their PlayStation a lot. Hey, Rob. I hope Michelle's okay. That yeah, they really like their PlayStation. I mean, they watch Netflix on it, play games on it, watch YouTube on it. There's a lot of things that they do because we don't have television here. We haven't had uh but yeah, we haven't paid or had cable probably 8 years now. Susie, if it wasn't for getting help from others, I wouldn't have been able to do it. And if you remember my first live, I fell flat on my face, turned into a great big blubbering baby. Yeah, I'm kind of like on the Star Trek. Uh, what would you call it? Thing right now where I've been watching Star Trek nearly every night. I'm a Trekkie. I can't help it. I like it. I don't like the original one. The with William Shatner. I do like Leonard Nimoy though. I've never personally met the two of them, but I have heard that William Shatner can be a total pain in the butt, and uh, Leonard Nimoy is just a very easy guy to get along with. I have had luck with meeting like Q off of Star Trek. I met him personally. I've met Doctor Who. I've met the Doctor that was on Firefly. I met those three at a sci-fi, sci-fi convention, which is a blast. If you ever get to go to one, prepare that you're going to be drained by the end of the night. Thank you, Shaky. Yeah, if you think about Star Trek, the handheld devices that they had. Well, isn't it kind of like what we use, what we call now as a phone? Hey, Patty. Yes, ma'am, I have. Hello, hello, Lazy Acres. What we got?
Well, howdy, y'all. I'm
Glad you're
cooking this. I'm a cooking lazy's May supper.
Ah.
See, roasting weenies on an open fire.
That ah.
Roasting weenies on an open fire.
Okie dokie.
See the weenies?
Well, I guess that's one way of doing it. Yeah,
Well,
the communicator does look like a flip phone.
That's the only way to roast the weenies on an open fire, ain't it?
Yeah, Susie, he's roasting weenies. I had to stop myself.
I hear you.
I don't want to jump in here and all of a sudden it goes south,
Oh yeah.
I'll wait till later on for that one.
It ain't about 30 degrees outside,
Yeah, no. I think it's
So
gonna be I think it's gonna be like 28 tonight, something like that.
Something like that, I think, here. And so I built a fire in the fireplace to fix supper.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how? Oh, God. Yes, this is a red story, and yes, y'all have full access to laughing at me. But, we were all young and dumb at one time, and boy, was I ever that last part. Dumb. I did. I was 20. I was like 20. Well, no, I wasn't even 20. I think I was like 18, 19 years old, and I would not go in the kitchen to cook for nothing. Well, um, I got my first place, and I didn't know how to make hot dogs. Yeah, I didn't know how to make hot dogs. And living off the Captain's Crunch and Strawberry Boone Farm was just not cutting it. So I had to learn how to make hot dogs. I figured I'd throw them in the pan, heat them up, you know, roll them every once in a while. Yeah, that didn't quite work as the meat rolled off of it. That is true, Patty. And I couldn't get them cooked that way. I didn't know I could just throw them in water and heat them up. Like I said, I was young and stupid. Well, so I stuck them on a real long barbecue fork, the meat fork, really. And I stuck it underneath the broiler and heated them up that way. It was then that I decided that I seriously needed to learn how to cook. And then when I started, hey, Tree Sunley. When I started, found out I actually liked it. And then I got into using different herbs in my cooking and what I like to use, how much to use, all that. So I learned how to cook. And now I'm actually a pretty good cook. You've ate some of my cooking before, Glenn.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, tell me the truth, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Am I okay cook?
And I ate some of Matt's hot dogs too, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Matt. Hot dog, yeah, his hot dogs he fixed that day, wasn't
Yeah, he done a really good job on that.
he? He did. And yeah, you done good. I'm putting more on the fork here, so that's the reason I ain't talking much.
Well, Travis is here. At least come over. You walked in. You might as well say hello.
Yeah. Don't mean look at my fire.
Look at his fire.
Nice fire.
Well, howdy, buddy.
Everyone, this is my son Travis.
I'm roasting weenies and it's freezing outside.
All right. I can definitely understand it being freezing outside.
Yeah.
No doubt.
He's been hurting all day long. He's been in a lot of pain, which is why he's wearing his robe right now.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's cold weather can bring pain on a lot of times.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could be popped back into place right about now.
Hey, that's
Well,
why I was the other day. I bumped my head or twisted my head over, and it shot pain down my back and sides and everything else. I was about to cry for a couple of days there.
paper towel. He a lot of his is when he was almost killed on that 4-wheeler. I mean, it flipped on him twice as it ran him over at the same time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Oh, forgive me. Yeah, him and his cousin and one of his friends went out, and they were riding 4-wheelers. Well, hello, Judy. And he hit the wrong brake.
I accidentally hit the front brakes going downhill about 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, he hit the front brakes going downhill 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, that front brakes like that makes you want to do them front wheel wheelies.
All right, you know the front rack on a utility 4-wheeler?
Yeah.
I bent that with my back.
Oh no.
I mean, I bent it so bad I had to pry it up with a wrench.
Hey,
he
I still have a indentation in my ribs from it.
hello Cecilia.
yeah, them are made to haul deer on, not you.
Yeah, but you know how when you're young and stupid, I used to drive
Yeah.
that thing around corners about 35, 40 miles an hour, four-wheel
Mm.
drive, going literally drifting that.
Hey.
Yeah, but he got thrown off of that 4-wheeler. I think that's when he hit his back on the front thing, and then
Hey.
it ran him over.
It, as I was told by my cousin John that was there and seen it, it first flipped on me, hit my back, threw me, ran me over twice.
Mm.
It was so bad, I actually threw his helmet off.
And by
Oh
the
no.
end of it, the four-wheeler had came to rest back onto its wheels, still running.
Hey.
Yeah, they thought that.
They thought I was dead.
Yeah, they thought he was dead at first, and they tried to get a helicopter in, but I mean, this is such a small town, and the only
Helicopter was in for maintenance.
yeah, the only helicopter was in for maintenance, and the EMTs that picked him up, one of them was our neighbor, and his wife was the one that got the phone call, and she worked for 911.
She was dispatched.
Hey.
Oh, Holland said he'll carry scars to his grave from a 4-wheeler.
Then he knows how I feel.
Yeah.
Hey.
But,
And
I
I've
mean,
never wrecked a 4-wheeler like it, but I had a couple other accidents similar, so
Trust me,
I
you
kind
don't
of understand.
fall for accident. Ever since, the only thing I'll even try to get out and ride is a side by side. At least it has a roll cage.
Hey. But
yeah,
they
I
can
mean,
hurt you too.
True. At least they have seatbelts.
yeah, they have seatbelts, but you can still get hurt.
Oh, I know.
Hey.
He's learned, like probably all of us has, the rougher you are on your body, the more you're gonna feel it when you get older.
Oh yes. Know that very well. I'm getting older. I didn't know it.
Is April in there helping Junior?
Now Junior's at home with his daddy.
Oh,
She was in here a minute ago and she just walked back in yonder. You want to holler at her?
sure. Tell her, come on.
Well, I've got this and turned to where I'm seeing the fire, but you can hear her. April. Ready to come here a minute? Yeah, she ain't feeling too good tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry to
That's
hear
why I
that.
have to cook everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo, it's hot.
I've been sick on my stomach for the past 2 days pretty bad, so I don't know if it's
Oh,
coming.
hon.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coming from the cat scratch
I don't
fever or
think
what.
Well, could it be the medicine that they got you on?
well,
Yeah, it could be, but I was sick, having some sickness on my stomach before they put me on it, so I don't know.
throw another log on fire.
That is so pretty.
Yeah, I like my little fireplace.
Well, we do plan on getting rid of the gas as soon as we can and getting a wood stove. I mean, we got the chimney flue and all for it. They would have to just fix it to where we could burn wood. So, problem
Well, I
is where
started.
we live, we live out in the middle of nowhere, literally. And
Yeah.
people from North Carolina can't, but we only live an hour from North Carolina. But, well, from y'all in a ways, we live like 30 minutes from the border. But people from North Carolina don't have a license to work in Virginia. And the people in Virginia don't want to come down this far. So we're kind of stuck in the middle.
Well, now, if that's a fireplace like mine here, I can put gas logs in my fireplace. I did in Mama and Daddy's one time, but you can just unhook all that and take the gas lines and stuff back out, or unhook it and take all that stuff out. Put your
Yeah.
fire grate back in there, and you're ready to burn wood.
So I was scared of
Yeah,
this going. I mean, because they had to drill all the way from outside into the fireplace to set all that up.
yeah, but you just unhook the gas line from the inside in there and cap it off, and then unhook it outside. You don't have to pull all that gas line out. Just unhook it inside the fireplace, unhook it outside, and cap each end.
Yeah.
Put your wood grate back in it, and you're ready to start burning wood.
So we kept the wood grate because this was a fireplace at one time, but in order to help Travis's back, I switched it to gas. That was my
Yeah,
mistake. That was my mistake. But I switched it
yeah,
to gas.
because these fireplaces, they're good for an emergency, but they're mainly just for looks. They don't.
Yeah,
They will heat some, but they don't heat good. They're not energy efficient.
yeah. And
That's the reason.
well, Matt's room is the coldest in the
Yeah,
house, and my bathroom is extremely cold in the wintertime.
yeah,
Yeah, our furnace went out on us like 4 years ago. And we
yeah,
weren't getting heat to the rooms anyways. And I
yeah.
couldn't get
That's way
anyone
different.
underneath there to fix it.
This and it heats the living room fairly decent if you keep it rolling good when the power's out.
Yeah.
But you got to sit here and about every hour and a half to 2 hours, you better be filling it right back up, because if it ever starts dying down, the temperature starts dropping in the house, you ain't got no heat.
Oh. Yeah, and it's already cold enough as it is. Don't need to
Yeah,
not have any heat.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking at
Well, I'm
fireplace.
talking. Yeah, I was talking about if the power was out and everything, and that's all you had, you know.
Well, there is that. We could do that. We have stuff like buddy heaters and stuff
Yeah,
like that. I'm
yeah,
as in lighting and stuff. I mean, we're making candles. In fact, that's our first candle. Let me get that in there. That's our first candle that we made today. It's
I hear
beeswax
you.
and tallow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Springfield Ridge, we want wood heat. I mean, we got an open floor plan here, but Matt's room, you go into a hallway and then you turn a sharp right, and just like the heat doesn't want to get around it. Travis's bedroom is straight shot, and my bedroom's on opposite side of the gas heat fireplace thingy.
yeah. Because I think you got pretty much the same fireplaces I've got right here. The best I remember in my head.
Huh. New Horizon said our house here in southern Indiana has an outdoor wood burning stove. That wood heat was so evenly through the house, it would get so warm they ran around in shorts all winter.
Well, see, I've got one outside too that's a water stove. But my core in the house busted last winter and I ain't replaced it.
Hello, blind guy and his wife. Thank you for coming up. I think this is your first live with us well, it's only our second live, so.
Yeah, I missed your first one. Well, we didn't come up. We came in and talked some, I think, right at the last, because something happened. I forget now what it was. Something was going on, and we didn't catch it till about the end.
Yeah.
But tonight we was
Hey,
sitting here
Emery.
waiting. I left you your first comment. Ha
Yes, you were.
ha.
I'm just glad I got it working. I'll be honest with you. Shaky, and I'm going to have to give him the credit because credit is due. Shaky helped me to make sure that this live would be going and it would be smooth.
Yeah, he's pretty good feller, I think.
Yeah, I love my brother.
He ain't in there listening, is he? I don't need him to know that. His head will swell up and Jackie can't get him out the door.
Too bad he's there, so is Jackie.
Oh, Lordy. Because I can't see the comments on my phone here.
Yeah, him and Jackie are in here tonight.
Sorry, Jackie. Maybe it'll go down in time for you to get him out the door.
I'm shaky. Nope, I'm not here. You're just a figment of our imagination, right, Shaky?
Yeah, that's right.
He's so silly. Yeah, Michelle from Real Life with Michelle and Rob are the ones. She is the one that done the thumbnail for tonight. So I really want to thank her too. That was really nice of her. We had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah.
I figured it had to be a little bit nutty, so I found that picture of the turkey.
It wouldn't be right with Red if it wouldn't, would it?
Nope. It's so weird. I'm behaving in my own life and I don't behave in everybody else's.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I know it.
folks.
I'm going to have to get in here and stir the pot, ain't I?
Yes, you are.
All right, everybody out there, listen up. Anybody out there that's in here and ain't hit the thumbs up button, go ahead and hit it up to show our host that you're enjoying it. And she's got a link there if any of the rest of you wants to come up here and help me get her stirred up to where we can get her in trouble.
I appreciate that.
I figure somebody needs to say it.
Yeah, Jakey. I just try to say Jackie's name and Shaky's name at the exact same time. Because I didn't do it, nobody saw me do it, and you can't prove anything.
It's on video now.
That won't take much, Glenn. That's what Rob just said.
Hey,
guys, come on up. Come up and join us.
Yeah. Because I can't see the comments. I can't tell what they're typing in about me.
Yeah, Judy just said, LOL, Shaky, you know you did it. Yeah, Shaky is guilty.
I figured I'd give y'all a better view tonight instead of having to look at my ugly mug. I'd let you watch the fire burn.
Now cut that out. We talked about that the other day. You, me, and April. I told you you're too hard on yourself.
I ain't hard on myself.
You are.
Everybody else likes to pick on me in life, so why don't I just go ahead and do it?
You know, that's my logic you just used up against me. I'm not supposed to argue with that.
You can't.
Exactly.
I'm hard. I'm hard headed too, so you know.
Yeah, you just use my own logic against me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just be truthful about it, you know.
Matt does the same thing. And I look
Yeah.
at him and go, quit using my own logic. He
Yeah.
starts laughing. He goes, why? You're the one teaching it to me.
That's right.
He's right. I can't say nothing about it.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. Did not mean to belch.
But I
Yeah,
figured
but,
tonight, you know, a good cold night, it'd be nice to have a little fire going with us.
yeah, I have to admit that is pretty. I
That's
love watching.
different too.
Although a fire is very beautiful,
Yeah.
um, I'm terrified to be around them.
Well, they can get out of hand and be dangerous.
Well,
But you know,
this stems back from when I was a little bitty girl. Hey, Brenda. Here's the link, hon, if you want to jump up. And this is also the reason why I didn't want to go in the kitchen. My mother and my two older sisters, I'm the baby. We were in the kitchen and they were in the kitchen and they were cooking. It was around Christmas time, so they were making cookies and stuff like that. Because we always had I don't know, probably around 30, 40 people in at Christmas time. And my mom had reached in the oven and she had a hand towel that had kind of like the frizzles at the end of it. Well, it touched the burner eye on the bottom of the oven and it caught on fire. She didn't freak out. Yeah, tell me about it, Judy. My own logic came back to bite me. But she didn't freak out about it. But being that I was only probably like 7, it scared the you know what out of me.
oh yeah.
And I ran out of that kitchen.
Yeah.
I would go back because it left that memory. And I'm getting over my fear of fires. And well, I had 2 fears, needles and fires. And
Yeah.
I've gotten over the needle part, so I can get my blood taken and I still can't watch them do it. But after the needle's in my arm, then I don't care. The sight of blood doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
And I'm getting used to fires now. I'm getting more relaxed around them.
Yeah. Now, to
But
me, you know, like that little fireplace or, you know, a fire pit fire, stuff like that, I sit down around one of them. I start feeling like, especially on a cold night like tonight and stuff, I feel that heat off of them hitting my bones, and it just relaxes me anymore.
I can understand that.
Yep.
I'm going to post the link again. Anyone want to come up, please do. I'd love to see you. Only thing is I have to see your face. I've learned that. No, I've learned that off of Lazy Acres Homestead when the acorn is all I gotta say.
I had to be the one to mess up first time.
Yeah, Rob, we had a grease fire one time, and Travis looked over. He said, "I look like a deer in car lights." Because I froze, and the thing is I was the one holding the lid. Yeah, don't show you acorn. Okay, let me explain the acorn thing, because I know people wonder. Lazy Acres was doing a live one night, and
it's our first one on StreamYard.
Yeah, it's the first one on StreamYard. this person came up. You couldn't really see the picture real good, but then somebody who noticed what it was, because for some reason I missed that live. But
Paula was hollering to get them off of it and stuff. April was getting plumb up in the screen, wanting to know what it was.
and I say, let's put it this way: the person was showing his male anatomy.
Or what was supposed to be.
Yeah, or what was supposed to be. Hence, acorn. Yeah, it was bad.
Oh.
I don't know why, but I don't know. Maybe I was in West Virginia and I missed it. I don't know. Hey, Susan. Rob said he noticed that pretty quick and blocked him.
Mhm.
Yeah, why do people have to do that?
I don't know. I mean, I go to people's lives and stuff hoping to have fun. If I go in it and it's not what I want, I just leave.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't go in there and try to, to show off or make fun or disgrade anybody else or anything like that. If it's not my cup of tea, I go somewhere else.
That's fully understood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Amber, if I didn't say hello to you earlier, I do apologize. I was thinking that I did, but I may not have. And guys, forgive me. I am going to smoke a cigarette. This is an adult only channel. So, don't be offended. If I do offend you, I will apologize now.
Well, that's another one of them things. I look at it like, these other people, where they're trying to say their body, their choice about other things. That's your body and that's your choice. So, they shouldn't bother you.
I got strangled on the candy in my mouth.
Oh. Sure, I tell you what, that heat coming out of that fireplace about to make me go sleep. You hear something start sounding like a bear growling, you know what's happening.
Yeah, when Travis and I first moved into here, we didn't have a refrigerator. We didn't even have a stove. Had nothing to cook on. I mean, we had dishes and stuff like that.
Hey.
So for, I don't know, about 6 months, we made all our meals in an electric skillet.
Mm-hmm.
We even had like spaghetti. We cooked spaghetti in it, and
oh yeah. Yeah, when I was trucking, I used to have it's like a little pot, but it plugged in cigarette lighter in my truck, and I could cook stuff in it like that.
Wow. Anne Marie said the trolls target people who post first live on StreamYard. They got her with playing a porn on screen several times because they made an account with some name as people in chat and some logos. Oh my God, Anne Marie.
Yep. Well, that
Susan
first live
wanted to
we
know
done.
if you ate all the hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you eat all the hot dogs? Glenn?
What?
Did you eat all the hot dogs?
No, I ate mine a little earlier, but she wasn't ready for hers. So by the time I started getting ready to fix hers, you come on live. So I went ahead and went on while I was fixing hers.
Yeah, Judy, well, like I said, we didn't have a stove or refrigerator. We didn't even have beds to sleep on. We had to sleep on the floor, and that's when I found out that we had really big spiders in this house. Yeah, that was something I'll never forget.
Yep.
But I mean, we came a long ways. We got 5.5 years, and we will have this place paid off.
We was talking about the spiders the other day, wasn't we? I was talking about that song I remembered that had that part in it. I don't like spiders and snakes, and that ain't what it takes to love me.
Yeah.
I still can't remember the name of that song.
Mm.
But I remember that part in it.
Yeah, after my first live, I went in and hold on. Hey, Brenda.
Well, howdy, girl.
Hello there.
How's your day been, hon?
Oh, Lord, have mercy. It's been exhausting.
I'm sorry.
It's been exhausting. Oh, never mind.
Hello,
I am
Backbeat
listening to
Rhythm.
2 lives. Okay. I just took it off. I took it off the YouTube one, so I have one. Okay.
Okay.
I just woke up, okay?
Yeah, Blackbeat Rhythm. It's his first time or her first time of being here tonight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually, I pulled me a lazy day today. I just went out long enough to feed the animals and come straight back in.
Oh,
I played all day.
We left Hazel's, I think it was around 8:30 or so, and it was like right at 5 o'clock when we got home this evening.
Thank you for correcting me there, Backbeat. It's a hymn. Backbeat Rhythm is a hymn.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, hello, sir. What is your first name, by the way, please? I seen them the other night. Where was it? Or the other day? It may have been Stringfield Ridge's live Thursday.
They go live on Fridays.
Or Friday? No, her Thursday afternoon live at noon live.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that one. You're gonna have to remind me, because by the time I remember, it's already over with.
Oh, I'm bad about that during the day. Teresa, I'm sorry I didn't make it last night. I was down in the mountains. Back home.
Oh God, Teresa and them had us busting a gut laughing last night.
Hey, Patty G.
And what's so funny is Glenn was cooking wieners earlier, and I instantly thought back to Teresa and Lee. Yeah. I was like, I gotta behave. I gotta behave. Oh God, I don't want to, but I gotta behave. Oh, we got some giant spiders around here, Judy. We had a guy that went in and done. I can't remember what worker was underneath the trailer, but he came back out and he goes, "I ain't going back underneath there again." And I went, "Why not?" He said, "Because you got spiders down there about the size of a small plate." I went, "Oh, that's just wonderful."
Yeah, we have what's called Missouri tarantulas. Although we don't get them too much this far north now. When we used to live southeast of here.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. We got them then.
My mom was pregnant with my sister Tressa, and they were living in Texas, and she looked over and there's a great big tarantula crawling her way. Hello, Danny. and she jumped backwards 3 steps and ran in the house.
Hi.
Well, to this day, Tress is terrified of spiders.
I jerked my oldest one off the bed one day because when she was a baby, jerked her off the bed by her feet because two brown recluses jumped right at her head. I have no idea where they came from.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why I grabbed her by the feet and jerked her off the bed. I was like ready to have a heart attack.
We
And
haven't
it was
had
like they
any.
ganged up on her.
Well, every year when it gets cold, we have at least one mouse, field mouse, that comes in the house. So far, I have not seen it. Doesn't mean we ain't going to, but
Knock
doesn't,
on wood somewhere.
yeah. And it wasn't this past September, but the September before that. I went to go in my bathroom because I was going to lay down, so I went to use the bathroom before I did, and there was a black snake in there. Guess who didn't take a nap?
Well, now the black snakes will keep the mice away.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they also bite
They
you when
also
you're
will
trying to get eggs.
will also kill the copperheads for you.
Yeah.
I don't mind the black snakes. I don't mind them at all. But when they go to attack you, that's when
Yeah, they get aggressive. Their heads get off with me.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I agree with you. I mean, like that one that
Or if
bit
they
Matt
find my chicken
twice.
coop.
Well, that one bit Matt twice, and all he tried to do is reach for eggs. And at
Yeah.
first, he didn't even realize he had been bit. But it bit him on the arm and bit him on the hand.
Oh, I see Shaky's up to his usual.
Yesterday, I was voted the sexiest man on YouTube by myself. Don't make me pull out my black bat here, Shaky. Behave yourself. No, not really, but yeah. Anyway, no, yes. Do what you want to.
Hey, you know what? The image you give others starts within yourself. So, what others see, you have to see first.
I know one thing. I love my brother. He's a nut. He's a nut.
She was sleeping on the towel basket.
God,
Oh,
I've known him. I've known Shaky for about 3 or 4
Oh,
years now.
knife.
Okay.
Ants and roaches. Well, we get ants in the garden during the summer, but we sprinkle diatomaceous earth on them, and it seems to kill them off.
We have wood roaches that come in on the wood in the
Really?
wintertime. But they're like your giant black, I'm going to scream at you roaches.
Yeah, Shaky just said I'm an acorn. Wow.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, I was
I'm
telling.
surprised you haven't gotten up here, girl.
Everyone our neighbor next door was telling me that if pretty much my guinea hens end up over in his land, he's going to shoot them.
The neighbor I think it is?
The exact one.
I would have told him not if I shoot you first.
I'd
Sorry.
told him to go right ahead, but when he done, they was $1,000 a piece.
Mm-hmm. Do I?
I should have done that. I got mad and I just.
Okay.
Well, I mean, some of y'all know the problems I've had with him,
Yes, ma'am.
and he's really not a good guy. He really.
No, he's not. For start, he's a user. He's a poser.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Miss Elderly Neighbor, I will help you bury your cat. Call 2 boys up. Boys, come help me do this if it's them to doing it.
Yeah, he had told our elderly neighbor, the one that we bring eggs and all that to, and we're gonna be cooking Thanksgiving dinner for. You know, we do our best to take care of her, but we don't want to like bombard her every day. You
And
know,
if it
because
buffers too bad, all you have to do is get back off. Jump back off and you go back in the chat. That's fine.
she got a
You
point
aren't
there,
gonna mind,
Marie.
are you?
Huh?
You won't mind if she comes up, will you, Red?
Of course I'm not. I ain't gonna mind. In fact, I'll link it again. But yeah, he told her when her cat, she had to put her cat down, and he told her, "Well, I'll bring you to the vet, you know, and so you can do that, and then I'll bury it for you." Well, no, we conned Travis and Matt into burying the cat for him, and she caught him.
What the neighbor called him and called
Yeah.
him on it.
Oh yeah. Now she's an Italian lady, and let me tell you what, I don't know a lot of Italians, but she's very vocal.
Oh, they are, especially the women for some reason.
And she walked outside, and Bear was standing there, and Matt and Travis digging the hole, and she goes, "Bear, I thought you were going to bury my cat." He goes, "Well," he said, I traded with the boys. We're going to do favor for favor." And she looked at him, and she goes, "Well, the favor ain't doing their backs any good, now is it?" They
But that's
continued.
how. But that's how he operates.
Yeah, that is how he operates. It is.
Yeah, he done you a favor, and yet he's going to turn it around where the favor is in his favor.
Well, it's the same guy that, I mean, I can't drive. Travis's leg was swelling. It was a blood clot. Come to find out, it was a blood clot. And I called over there because he was the only one that we have in the area that we could have called. So it kind of leaves us in a sticky situation. And I asked him if he wouldn't mind driving Travis to the hospital. Well, he threw a fit because he said I was ruining his picnic that he was getting ready to go on. And Travis is like, "Screw it, I'll drive myself." Yeah, he did eventually take him, but that's the type of person he is.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn,
Yep.
Susan wants to know how you're feeling tonight.
I'm feeling pretty good. I laid around all day today about it. Just took time to go feed the animals and come right back in the house. I've been laying around all day.
I tell you what, I went and took a nap earlier today. I didn't want to get up. I really did not want to get up, but I got up. I laid down probably like 11:30, something like that. I didn't get up till 3. I was sleeping good.
I was fighting sleep about that time.
Mm.
Well, I ain't had a day off in about. Well, I know the last 3 weeks I've been going 7 days a week pretty hard, and really I hadn't took a lazy day like this in probably 3 months.
Wow. Oh, for everyone that came in, me and the boys decided to do a little experiment tonight. And we made our very first candle. It's made out of tallow and beeswax.
Cool.
We just added,
Awesome. One candle down.
yep, one down. We enjoyed it. I mean, we really truly did. We enjoyed doing it. It was fun for us.
Yeah.
And I told him, I
That's
said, "Hey,
good.
this is something we can do in the wintertime, you know, is do something like this." And
Oh, Lord. We left yesterday morning. Started down there. We stopped at Goodwill in Jeff City. I about half loaded the back of the car then. which is not a car really, it's a SUV, but we shopped our way down there and we shopped our way home today.
Good.
My car was overloaded.
Thank you,
Junk
Susan.
everywhere I got to put up. But I
Well,
did
at
figure
least
out
we
what I'm doing with
finished our
everybody's
very
Christmas.
last tallow today. The tallow that we've been rendering.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Now to start on the new.
Remind me never to buy 50 pounds of beef fat again.
Now to start on the new stuff. Huh.
No. If I do, I'm only going to get like 20 pounds. When I first ordered the 50 pounds, the guy was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like,
That
"Sure."
guy knew what 50 pounds looked like.
Yeah, he did.
I've
Thing
gotten
is,
two
I
30-pound bags
didn't.
of it before from pigs that we had butchered. That's a lot. That's a lot of rendering.
Yeah, but you can put it in the freezer and freeze it and take it out in small batches.
You can,
Yeah.
you can, but I usually do it in my big roaster. I have two big
Yeah.
roasters that I
Yeah.
use for canning a lot too. I mean, you know, anytime I'm making spaghetti sauce or ketchup or any of that stuff, I use a couple of big roasters at a time to do it.
Oh yeah.
That was very, very nice of you, Judy. She said she had a very Italian living across for them. Man, her and her kids lived in an apartment. I told my son not to take any money from her. I told him to help her do some stuff like change light
Aw.
bulbs, etc.
Well,
But
maybe
that's
another
very
time,
sweet.
honey.
Oh no.
I guess her internet wouldn't let her.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even open it. Yeah, it's you don't have a high enough connection to do it. Well, maybe
Yeah,
another time though.
yeah.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, we don't ask anything from her. I mean, if she needs eggs, we'll give her eggs. We have them. You know, I have no problem. You know, cooking extra for her. I mean, she is like, I think she's either 75 or 78 or in between there. And she lives by herself. She's a widow. And if we can help her, then daggone it. I'm not going to let her sit over there and starve.
Yeah. No, I tell you what, the day people stop caring about and taking care of their elderly will be the day this world goes as dumb as it can get. Because
It ain't far
honestly,
from it is.
that's where all your real information is from. Them people have lived a life. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
They are your greatest source of information.
Yeah, I was talking about I went in to see my daddy. I had thought for years that he probably worked
Some of
as
your stuff in with
correctional
Mom?
officer for
I
like
don't doubt
6
that.
months, something like that. Come to find out he was a correctional officer for I think he said 3 years. I didn't, but he was a correctional officer straight out of the Air Force.
Uh,
And
I
he
have
was
always loved older people, Urban Bucket. Even when I was a kid, I gravitated to the older neighbors instead of the other kids in the neighborhood.
welcome back, Judy. I was the same way. I liked the older people, and Travis was like that too.
hmm In fact, my first job was taking care of an elderly lady that lived up the street from us. I was 12 years old, and I went to school during the day, and in the evenings, I went home, did my chores at home, and then I went to her house, and I fixed her supper,
Look
brought her
who we
back in.
have.
All right, it's working, maybe.
Maybe.
It was spinning. Now we got a black screen. Oh,
There
she
she
is.
is.
Hey, Ann.
I'm still showing a black screen. I did this on my
Uh-oh.
phone because it won't let me do it on the internet.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
But no, I used to go to her house and fix her supper, get her bath in and get her ready for bed and get all of her meds in because she was diabetic. And then I stayed the night at her house, got up the next morning, got her dressed, got her breakfast, and then I went to school. And that was my first job at 12 years old.
Wow.
You ain't gonna find too many 12-year-olds nowadays you could trust to do that.
No.
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 And
you're
then
not.
in the summer, I did the same thing, only during the daytime. I worked for the Job Corps.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, mom and dad was out in the garden, and I was in the house cleaning the house, and it had to be military clean, and that means the baseboards were wiped down, the walls were wiped down, the lights. If it was in a room, it was to be cleaned. So
No,
that's where I was.
the big part with taking care of her kids paid me too because they all lived in different towns and stuff. But they paid me like $15 a week to do this. That's what I got paid a week.
Susan
But
said, "How was the rock puppy, Anne Marie?"
She's sleeping soundly on the bed, but oh my goodness, she kept getting underfoot today. So she got yelled at today. She doesn't like it when mom yells. So.
Big Green, you're the one up there close to the Wickershire, ain't you?
I think he's over in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
he's over
I
on
think
the
isn't he in East Tennessee?
No, West Tennessee.
West. Then he's across the river from you.
Is he near Memphis?
I'm not sure how far away from Memphis. He's there. What they call Hollywood, Tennessee.
I don't know where that is. I know I'm like
neither.
2.5 hours from Memphis. So.
Yeah, I think he's about 3/4 of the way across Texas, or Tennessee, I think. Oh, Holiday,
Yeah.
not Hollywood. Holiday.
Oh, Holiday. I've never even
that
heard of it.
either.
I
used to
hadn't
live in
either till he
Ripley.
moved up there.
Hey, Backbeat, would you like to come up and introduce yourself? Tell us about your channel. Here's the link if you want to. I just do ask that you show show a picture.
No, you want to show a moving photo. They were showing a picture on mine, and then
Yeah, but
when
I tell you what,
Even if
Rob,
you're
I
doing
bet
like
you learned
this,
a
I
lot
don't
of
care.
things about that lifestyle
You
long
want
before you ever
paper.
grew up.
Yeah, you can do this. You can, make faces if you want to. Okay,
but have it a live video.
Can I show my new Christmas mug?
I want to see.
Oh God! All right, how do I make Brenda come up front? How do I do that?
I didn't say I wanted
click
that.
on her. Just click on her. If you click on her, it'll put her on full screen.
Yep.
I usually have to go to the 3 dots over there on the side of her and then hit solo layout.
Oh, okay. Read what that says.
What does it say? Oh,
Well, I'm
what
trying
the
to hold
elf?
still, but it's not
I
listening.
like that.
Yeah, what the elf?
What the elf? I need one of those.
I
thought it was cute.
It is cute and naughty all at the same time.
Mine is in the other room, but mine says there's wine in here.
I picked me up a Santa Claus hot cocoa mug. I love my Santa Clauses.
I have a snowman one.
I just bought two soup mugs that say something about naughty and nice or something. at the Dollar General, but I only bought them because I needed soup mugs, and mine are all in storage. So
Oh,
I love
how
soup
you, how
mugs.
you doing on your house? How's it going?
oh my gosh, I just spent $200 on a tractor today. This is all hush because everyone else has to wait for the video to come out, but I spent $200 on a tractor today. Took the day off from working on my floors so that I could put the tower up to get better internet signal. Almost killed ourselves trying to get this 40-foot tower up in the air using the tractor.
Oh my God.
And
Oh, I bet.
got it all hooked up. I mean, it took us hours. Got it all cemented in place. Hooked up my I hooked up my booster, and I got a worse signal than what I had before.
Oh no.
So $200 into the tower, $200 to rent the tractor. Hours and hours of work today, and now I have a worse signal than before. And I can't climb a 40-foot tower. I mean, we stood out there and turned it all around. I have no idea what to do next, other than buy a $550 Weeboost that I don't have the money for. So
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Oh my
You might be
goodness.
too high.
What's
Yeah,
that?
You could be too high.
You might have went too high.
Yeah.
You might
It
have went
should
above the
be.
signal.
I'm down in a ravine. So I was at 20 feet. We went 40 feet. So I went up 20 feet from where I was.
Yeah.
And now it's a crap signal, but I had to go above the trees. So I had to go 40 feet. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is nothing between me and the tower. So moving the tower location, I can't move it now because it's cemented in the ground.
Oh
But
no.
yeah.
Oh.
So we were thinking it's because I went from a 50-foot R6 cable to a 100-foot R6 cable.
Well,
And maybe I
that could
need
be.
to do an R11. Yeah, I might have to do an R11 cable, but that's
Yeah.
like another $40. I mean, I just feel like I keep dumping money into this internet to get a better signal, and no matter what I do. So,
Oh, that sucks.
but that's not as bad as I was putting up insulation the other day and fell right through my bathroom floor.
Oh
3 feet
no.
down to the ground, yes. So
Oh
now
my.
I was going to wait to do the floors, just get all this stuff done on the outside and then work on the floors in the winter. Now I'm having to work on the floors now. So
Yeah.
it's not been a good week. It's been a really rough week.
I tell you what, I admire
Sounds like
what
it.
you've done.
My shoulder don't.
Oh, your
I'll
whole
tell you
body,
what
your
though,
whole
girl.
body
When
probably
you're
does.
done with that, you're gonna look back and not believe that you did it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be so proud of that because that's a lot of work and you're getting it done.
Oh, I'm feeling it every day too, because I went to go roll out of bed today. You know how you push yourself up? And my shoulder just went, no way. We're not doing this today.
Oh,
It's screaming because I was using the hammer to knock out the flooring. And yeah.
good night,
I should
Rob.
be in. I see. I can't see the chat on here.
And
Okay, over
life
to
is-
your right, you've got private chat and it says comments. Click on comments.
Yeah, if I click on the chat, then it covers the screen.
Oh,
So I can't see it, but I have it on my computer. I forgot I still have it there. I just have it muted. So I can read the chat over there.
yeah, life with Rob.
okay.
He's going to bed.
Good night, Life with Rob. I picked up a carload of red bricks and I got another load today. I have to go get cinder block next and insulation. And I mean, I just have to go get a ton of stuff so I can finish the floors, so I could build the walls, and so I could build the patio cover outside, so I could start collecting water finally. And
Yeah, I'm surprised
but I'm not looking
Cindy
forward
was
to the
able to
cinder
get
block.
home in her car with all the bricks that she had in her trunk.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
hurt.
I saw the picture that she had posted. She had a ton of bricks in that car.
Yeah. But you
But
know
what kind of
what?
bricks are they?
Women
Are
need
they
to
cinder
stop and
blocks?
take. Oh, go
Huh?
ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Oh, I
they're
was just asking
the
if they were cinder block.
the red bricks.
I need some of those. I've been looking for them because I want to build a rocket stove, and everybody is out of them.
Probably everybody else had the same idea.
Yeah.
I
Although
don't
there's a
know.
lot of things that they're out of right now. I mean, there's a lot of places out of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Even the Amish are running out of stuff here. I mean, they're emptying the store shelves and then they're hitting the Amish big time.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Now I was going to tell
Uh,
Urban a bucket. She said Anne Marie is an amazing woman. She is. And honey,
no.
women need to stop and take a good look.
Yeah.
Women are capable of doing these things.
Oh, yes.
You know, I'm just glad that you got me those reusable canning lids. You know, the one thing.
Yeah, the one piece lids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got boxes of those.
Can you can with those, or you just use them after you pop
No,
the
these
seal?
are for canning with.
Mm-hmm.
I have a short
And they're
video
all one
up.
piece.
Yes, they're all one
Wow.
piece. They're a lot like the lids you find on the jars you buy at the grocery store.
Oh, wow.
And you can
Um,
reuse them.
and yes, yeah, they're reusable.
Oh, she got her bricks free. They don't have free stuff here. By the time it's listed, it's gone already.
Yeah, sometimes
Wow, Judy.
it's hard to get. Huh.
Yeah, Brenda gave me
All
some.
I take is
Like
you
every
try
time I
yours,
try to get
Teresa?
something,
They are good. I like them. It's a little scary using those lids at first because you really do have to get them on the jar just right. But once you figure out how to do it, they're actually easier. Because when you screw that lid on that jar, you only screw it down till it just, and I mean just starts to catch and stop. If you screw it down tighter than that, the air can't get out of the jar when it's being pressure or when it's being canned. If it's looser than that, then they won't seal properly because they're too loose.
But we just
But
lost Glenn.
yeah, we
yeah, I'll
did.
have to check them out.
But once you get used to them, oh my gosh, they are so easy and they're awesome. I put up a video of opening a jar of some carrots, a short video that I had canned.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to go watch it and see what kind of seal those things have on them. I kid you, I probably made a good more than half a turn with that thing before it ever popped, and then they pop. I mean, they are sealed beyond belief.
Well, I want to get some of the
Hello, our tiny acres.
plastic lids that I had before.
Our
That
tiny acres.
that when you open something, then you can put the plastic lid on it instead and put it back in the
Yes.
fridge. I need to
like
get some
the
of
gray
those.
ones. I like the gray ones that they put out.
This is Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
The gray ones have a
Your
better
allergies are
seal
kicking
to them
butt, ain't it?
Yeah.
on the plastic lids.
Where do you get them at?
I got mine at Walmart,
Okay.
but I don't know if they have them now or not.
Yeah, I figure I'll go look. I have some in storage somewhere in a box in storage. That's like the story of my life right now. So,
Hello.
and it's all buried. Hello.
How are you?
I'm a little tired today. I've been cooking all day.
Yeah, next week I gotta make homemade rolls, make the homemade. Gotta cook the ham, gotta cook the turkey, Gotta make macaroni salad, deviled eggs. Um, so we're gonna have the dressing with the turkey, and we're gonna have green bean casserole.
I'm
Y'all are
just
gonna
going to
make
head to
me
North
hungry.
Carolina and let somebody else do the cooking.
Yes.
That sounds like fun. Oh, mercy. I might not have needed a nap earlier.
Glenn's camera got hot and
Oh.
stoked. It didn't stop, it stoked.
Oh, this camera got
Stoked?
hot.
That's how I spell
Stop.
stopped.
There's 2 P's. I'm just
Yeah,
giving
there's
him a
supposed to be
bad
2 P's
time.
in it, but that's all right.
We knew what you meant, Glenn.
We're
Yes, we
teasing
did.
you.
Okay, 42 for
Well,
the low
this is
tonight.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
gonna be
good
like
practice.
20 in the late. I mean late in the late 20s. Oh, good lord!
I
In the
could have
early
slept tonight,
20s tonight.
but it would have been
This-
cheating myself because tomorrow night's a low of 27.
I'm gonna try something here.
That's cold. That's cold.
Yeah, I
Oh, did
will
that work?
probably
It did work.
stay up and cook up
Cool.
my pumpkin and my butternut squash.
Oh, I love
Sorry, you're fine. We're just harassing you,
Glenn,
honey.
that's how I spell stop too, and I'm a writer, so don't feel bad.
Hey,
I'm just
nobody's
teasing you,
perfect.
Glenn.
Nobody's perfect, but sometimes it's fun to harass people.
Yeah.
No, last night on my live stream, I tried to copy and paste the link to get people to come up, and the battery in my mouse went dead. So I had that little touchpad on the laptop, and I was trying to do it, and everybody was telling me how to do it, and I
Yep.
couldn't do it. I look so stupid.
Susie,
Oh.
I cried like a great big baby my first time.
Well, it's been a long time since I've done that, and I thought I could do it. It ain't no problem. Bull. Ugh.
Well,
So I got
thinking-
super chats to send me to computer school.
Well, this is good practice for me on the phone because apparently this is how I'm going to have to do my live streams until I get an internet service out here, like next year.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Our
not getting any
internet service
notices from your
isn't very
channel,
good.
Susie.
You're not.
No,
Did you ring the bell?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, well, YouTube may have unrung it for you, or you may need to go back and click off of it and re-click it again.
YouTube can do some really strange things. I've lost connections with so many people, and I knew I was connected. But if you miss
Yeah.
like a video or two, it seems like YouTube takes you away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why?
Well, no,
YouTube likes
even on the
playing games.
channels, there was a bunch of channels that I watch every single week. I comment on their videos. That's like Life
Uh-huh.
Uncontained. I've been following them for years. I've never missed a video, and YouTube unsubscribed me.
Yep.
I'm like, and I've never watched it. I mean, I've never missed a video. I was so upset. So
They
I
are
don't know.
yeah, there's a
notorious
bunch of
for
them like
that.
that.
I don't know why they do it. I mean, it's just like makes you constantly have to keep checking. And you know,
Yeah.
if you're subscribed to so many,
I am
well, you know, you
subscribed
don't
to
have
so many.
time.
There's no way to keep up with all of them.
No,
No,
there's
you know what? This is going to sound cruel, but I was subscribed to over 900 channels, and it got to the point where I couldn't even see the people that I wanted to see, like when their
Wow.
videos
Yeah.
come up. I couldn't see them because there were so many in my feed. So I finally went through and like a bunch of them. If I've like not watched a video in a year from their channel, I just unsubscribed them, and I think I'm down to like 300 channels now, which is still a lot. But then I turned off the bell on most of them except for the ones that I want to see, which are my friends. So, and then
I got a bunch of them I need to go,
go.
because there's some that I used to be into these house cleaning and all that kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
And I don't watch those anymore, so I need to go in and just get rid of them because they overpower everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
And then some of them post every single day, and you're like,
Oh, believe me, I am.
I know I was
subscribed
annoying
to
people last month.
Or
way
they'll
more
post
people.
three or four videos a day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
seriously, I can't keep
Yeah.
up with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
God.
there's a channel I really like, but he posts so many videos a day that I finally told him the other day. I said, "There's no way. I have a life and I have to do things too." Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Teresa said the same thing, that she unrang some bells too. You
Hi,
kind of have to.
Desiree.
I mean, kudos to the ones that can
Hi,
do it, but
Desiree.
not me.
That's okay, Des.
Usually, creators don't have that time to, if you're creating videos for your channel, you're editing and you're videoing, you ain't got time to watch all those channels. It's just impossible. So.
I got a question. I posted this on Facebook the other day. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, but I'm sure most of y'all probably know the story about me being in the doctor's office and my ringtone that is set for the pharmacy starts off with, "Hello, it's your drug dealer."
Only you, Red.
Yes.
Wait till you hear the one that I have for my voicemail now. Oh God. Let me make sure that it's up. Because it was okay, here we go.
Hello and welcome to the mental health hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred.
I need that ringtone for my son.
That is now
Except
my
it would be going
that's
off
my
constantly.
voicemail message when people call.
Oh no, I want that as a ringtone for when my son, who's paranoid schizophrenic, calls me.
Oh,
I like that.
I'm so mean.
I just get stared at in the grocery stores or wherever I'm at if my phone rings.
hello, Rainbow 505. I'm sorry I didn't say hello earlier. I just saw you. But yeah.
My aunt was the funniest. We were walking downstairs at my house. We were gonna show her how we had just dug out our basement and finished off our basement. And so I was taking her down there to show her the room. And she's like 80 years old. So, I'm careful. I'm in front of her as we're going down these stairs. And all of a sudden she starts going, ooh, 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 ooh. And you hear this song go off. Oh my gosh, what song was it? It was the Elvis song about blue suede shoes or something. But she's just like dancing and moving around. And I'm like, what's the matter, Auntie? And she's like reaching down into her bra and
she had it on vibrate.
Pulling her phone out because it was on vibrate at the same time. I'm like, she's like, oh, sorry, it was on vibrate. Oh gosh.
I was at work and I worked for Walmart, and this day I would happen to have to sit at the doors. So I put my phone on vibrate, and then I put the phone in between my legs to hold it.
Uh-oh.
It went off. Right there at the door.
And you're like, woo, hello, welcome to Walmart.
Yeah, well,
sorry.
Ask her where she used to work at too.
Yeah. It was interesting to say the least.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, I bet. I lost my phone one day going into Big Lots. I had gave it to my daughter to put in her purse because, well, I didn't carry a purse at that time. And I guess we missed the purse and it had, I guess, fell on the ground. And I didn't realize it till oh gosh, it was probably 3 hours later at home. And
Oh
I'm thinking,
no.
I needed to call somebody. And I'm like, okay, where's my phone? She didn't have my phone. My phone wasn't in her purse. And I'm like, oh God, my phone's gone. We were calling it with her phone and my son's phone, hoping that, we would hear it ring so we could find it. Finally, I was like, you know what? The only place I've been was Big Lots. Let me call them and see if they've got my phone. I called them and this woman answered, and I'm like, yes, I lost my phone today, and I wanted to see if maybe it was found there and turned in. And she was like, does it crow? And I was like, yeah. The ringtone is a rooster crowing. She's like, that dang thing was going off in the vault, and we were looking all over the store trying to find a rooster, wondering how a rooster got in there.
My sister divorced her ex-husband, right? And so she had a ringtone that was something about don't answer this asshole calling, warning, asshole calling, or something like that, right? So when he called, that's what her phone would tell her. Well, they were out shopping somewhere with their son, and he couldn't find them in the store and called. And he was the next aisle over and heard it when the ringtone went off. Don't answer, asshole calling, asshole calling.
Oh God.
I don't have any ringtones, so
Sorry, Judy.
I don't
but
need.
no, I, the books that I write are very risque, and I don't. I mean, I can tell you I write them,
They're
but
not homesteading books.
I don't like really advertising for it.
you can email it to me, Red.
I
Just
can do that.
email me. Just message me and tell me which books you like to read. That's all.
Red Lazy Acres had a question for you.
Well, of course you can. I wouldn't mind that at all. And Susan, apparently I've been a nitwit my whole life, and I've been a character because the picture of me licking the pole outside of Walmart, which I also posted on Facebook, I honestly did not lick that pole. I swear to God, I did not lick that pole.
Okay, you didn't lick it, but what flavor was it?
I don't know because I didn't lick it.
Peppermint?
Well, it was the things that they put over the poles in front of Walmart. It looks like peppermint canes. Well,
That's
I got a
good one,
picture of
Desiree.
me going at one.
I saw the picture.
I had to beg my son to take that picture because he's like, Mom, you don't behave.
Oh, thank God back in the day when I did retarded things at Walmart, there was not internet.
Oh, yeah, I write erotica. It's a high stream of erotica. God, I want to say plug years. I write BDSM. And y'all are looking at me like, what the heck is that? Bondage, discipline, sadism, and masochism.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of it.
I refuse to allow my mom to read one of my books. I will send her to her grave prematurely.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I don't like that.
And now if her mother comes up dead, we know why.
Judy, I have that same rooster crowing, and I sleep through it. I sleep through that rooster crowing alarm every single time. I have to change it to something annoying.
Yeah,
I think she would have a heart attack if she agreed to that.
Yeah, she would have a heart attack, and Tress would kill me.
Hey, I'll lose it.
Oh, Travis. But yeah, I mean, well, see, the thing is, I wrote my very first book when I was 12 years old. And I wrote it for a class project.
Not erotica.
No.
Oh, I see. You might have got an A. You're like, no.
No. But and then I started writing and all with the Children's Institute of Literature. I was 14.
Okay, I was doing that also.
Okay, so then you know about them.
Yep.
And then I went from there to I was writing poems and stuff and got them published, and then I quit for quite a few years. Things were going on in my life, and I don't know, I just hit a plateau. But then I started writing those type of books. And my mom's like, well, you need to write children's books instead of those type of books. I went, Mom, I'm not going to write a child's book because my brain wants to type things out. No, it ain't happening. And she's like, well, because I did write this book. I never got it published. In fact, I still got the rough transcript of it in there. It was called Leo the Leopard and His Luminous Spots. It was about a little leopard boy whose spots glowed in the dark, which was a disability, of course, because leopard spots don't glow.
Right.
And so it was him trying to overcome his disability and use it for a good purpose in life. Stuff like that I can understand.
Yeah.
I started to write a book a long time, probably 10 years ago, and it was about, do you know what astral projection is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it had all this astral projection in it, and I had to stop and do a bunch of research on it because I didn't even know what it was called. And but I got partway through the book. I sent part of it to my sister and part of it to my friend, and they're like, how does it end? How does it end? And I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up in the middle of the night and I had this story, and I sat there and typed it out. I don't know how it ends yet. The ending hasn't come to me yet. The middle hasn't even come to me yet.
Well,
But and then I was going through a divorce, and so I stopped writing on it. So someday I'll finish
my
writing.
family about killed me when they figured out how. Well, they didn't figure it out. I told them how I got where I got the storyline from, how I got it, and all. Because see, the story, the one book, it's called Mute, and this girl who is a lawyer gets herself she gets trapped in a human trafficking ring. But what she doesn't realize, it was ran by her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
He didn't want to let her go, but he knew he couldn't stay with her at the same time. So he kidnapped her.
Wow.
And that's mainly the gist of the one book.
Judy says, I have some stuff I'd love to publish. I got a poem book and I got 2 songs. Yeah, I've written many songs. Some of them I remember, some of them I don't, but I usually have to be really emotional in order to write a song. I'm either really, really happy or really, really sad, and then I can write a song.
Okay, I didn't see it, but Glenn did post his newest short. Oh my God, you ought to see that house. It is gorgeous. It's a cabin. It is absolutely beautiful.
Okay, hang on. I queued it up. So maybe my internet will let me play it.
It is.
Later.
But no, I told my parents, my mother and my sister, they were like, where did you get this information? I went, you don't really want to know.
Yeah. Oh, just talking to people, Mom.
Yeah, we want to know. And I went, okay. I met some people that was doing this. One of them was actually a professor at a college. And I spent 2 days at his house.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I'd ever tell my mom that stuff.
And they were like, "You idiot. You could have been kidnapped." I went, "But I didn't. I wasn't." Because I had people that knew where I was going. So, yeah, that's how I got a lot of the information.
Wow.
And that's another reason I won't tell people the name that it is printed under.
Yeah.
It's just, honestly, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I could see why anonymity.
yeah, that is the reason I have never given the name that I wrote that under.
I am smoking way too much.
It
But
is way too much, but yeah,
I've
I
had
know the
people
feeling.
read it, and it has scared some women. They couldn't read it all the way through. It
Oh,
scared
wow.
it scared my sister, and knowing the background and how I got the information, she couldn't finish reading it because her daughter was getting ready to go to the same college.
Yeah.
No, no.
No, I'd be wanting to read it just to make sure that my daughter didn't get that teacher.
And other people read it all the way through, but they hated the end of it because it was a cliff. I just like stopped it.
A cliffhanger.
Yeah, because that way they'll want to read the second one.
Right. Have you written the second one yet?
I'm working on it now.
I was going to say, then they're going to be all over you going, when's the next one? When's the next one?
They already have.
Yeah.
I've already been through that.
Yep.
They're like, what happens to her? Because at the end, she does escape, and the person that helps her escape gets killed. But as she is running to her safety, she hears cop cars and all that. And 2 guards step out, grab her, throw her in the back of the limousine that they were in. And the last words were, "Welcome back to your hell, mute." And then it ends.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's one of them you keep turning the pages for. Because people that's read it, that's what they're sitting there, they're turning the page, turning the page, turning the page, turning the page. A lady used to come in and help me clean. She sat there reading the book, and she goes, "I haven't done anything for you today." And I laughed. I went, "I know." And she goes, "But I got to go. I will do some work next time, but I also want to finish the book." Because she was like glued right in it.
Well, that's how I get with all books. And I'm afraid that if I pick up these books that I just got in the mail the other day, that I'm not going to get my floors done and I'm going to freeze to death this winter. So I'm waiting until after I get the floors insulated and screwed down. And then I'm like, might take a
We've
whole
actually
week
been
off.
lucky so far this winter or this fall. It's
not, I know it's not even winter yet, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like winter.
Oh, it feels like winter here.
Yeah, it feels like winter here.
It does here too on some days, but it's like we get a day or two of warm weather thrown in there.
Yeah,
it was kind of warm here.
Down in the 40s and 50s here.
Day before yesterday, we were in I think it was 73 degrees here.
Wow.
Day before yesterday.
We had one day like that. It was 72. And then it dropped right back down to the 30s. And
ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all my heaters were buried in storage.
Judy said that she could play the guitar and a couple piano songs. Now, I did start taking piano lessons, and I was on homebound during the time I was doing that. And Then I went back to the regular public school, so that stopped. And then I tried to see whether the guitar was, another thing I wanted to learn, but I didn't stick with that either. I couldn't get it. And then I started playing the drums, and I found my love, my absolute love.
I
Is the
tried to play a bunch of musical instruments and wasn't good at any of them. I can write the songs. I know the tunes that I want the lyrics to be sung to, but I have no idea how to put them to music. So,
in other words, you don't know the notes. You don't know the notes.
well,
No, but
I did choir for years, so I knew the notes. I can sing the notes, but I don't know how to play them, and I don't know how to put them in the chords and stuff like that to the music. And then to the song, and then my ex-husband was going to, and he never got around to it. He could play any instrument, and he was going to, and he never got around to it. And then we got a divorce, and his mind's gone, so he couldn't do it now anyhow.
Yeah, my brother played the trumpet. My mother played the clarinet. My mother's father played the banjo. My uncle played the banjo. So we had a lot of, when I was growing up,
he had a 12-string guitar that I bought him for his birthday. He had a banjo. He had 2 different banjos. And then he had a electric guitar. We had probably 16 guitars around the house, but then we also had the keyboards and the flutes and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
I
you.
played the
Thank you,
clarinet.
Glenn or April. They just posted Brenda's channel.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I played clarinet in high school
look
band,
over
but
here,
that's
I
it.
keep staring at the screen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Glenn. Glenn or April. I'm not sure did Glenn fall asleep and now it's April?
I'm don't
teasing.
know.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, I'll never forget when my brother was in junior high. He played the trumpet, and I'll tell you why, his music teacher could do anything with music. That was the most talented man I've ever seen. And
that was my choir teacher.
Well, he rewrote. I mean, it was the same tune and everything, but he rewrote the Rocky music for an 8-piece band.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how big the band was. There was 8 people in.
Yeah,
And to this day,
taught myself to play the
hear
organ.
Did you read what Herb wrote?
Believe it or not, I used to sing to my kids when they were little, and I used to babysit too. And I would sing to the kids I babysit for. But I always, you're not gonna believe what I sung to them though.
Uh-oh.
My kids have since grown up, and they're like, "Mom, why did you do that?" I used to sing "Puff the Magic Dragon" to them.
Anytime I sang to mine, they said, "Mom, we could." Mine always said, "Mom, we could sleep better if you quit singing." I'm like, "Thank you."
Oh my goodness.
Hello, never enough time. How are you doing?
Now mine would go, sing another one, sing another one. Oops.
Yeah, when I first started singing, it was at a rehab. It's for people with disabilities or people who had alcohol problems and stuff like that. So it really was for everyone. Which didn't make sense that less than a half a block away there was a bar.
Oh,
but
that's sad. Teachers should not do that. They should encourage you.
Yeah. But I met this guy there. He came in to visit his brother. And I was naive. I knew I was naive. And then I was like, I'm not going to be naive anymore. I'm not going to believe anything anybody says. Well, yeah, that was my major mistake. Because this guy played the piano for Janie Fricky. And he invited me out one night to go to a party. and I didn't know him that well. And I didn't find out till after he had left at the party that he wanted to bring me to. They was having Willie Nelson their birthday party. Yeah. I'm not gonna be naive turned into I'm stupid.
Yeah. Kind of backfired.
Mm-hmm.
Judy, I used to be able to do the right hand on the piano, but I never could get that left hand chord going. I could do it on an organ, but an organ's completely different than a piano. It's a lot more different than people think it is.
Well, the organ that I had, you could either you could turn it into a piano or you could turn it into a synthesizer. It had multi functions. I mean, it had buttons like you wouldn't believe on this thing. Oh,
Please bust like Willie Nelson.
Yeah, our Tiny Acres, her honey got to go on Willie Nelson's bus.
Oh.
I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. The party was over before it begun. I love that song, and forgive my horrible singing.
It's not as bad as you think.
No, it's not bad.
No.
You haven't heard my sisters. When the dog starts howling along with you, you know it's
wow.
Yeah, that's what happens when I sing.
My dogs are weird. Baby will come running wanting to dance if you're singing. Belle, on the other hand, she's running the other way and hiding under something.
Well, we actually trained my teacup poodle, Sheldon. We trained him to sing along by howling when we sang How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? He would start howling. It didn't matter who sang it. He would start howling along.
Oh, that's just adorable.
Yeah. I didn't teach it to Dilly, thankfully.
No, if I turn music on, the cats go nuts, the dogs go nuts. And the reason the cats are going nuts is because the dogs are going nuts.
When I talk to my phone or my computer, when I'm trying to video, she goes nuts thinking I'm talking to her because she's the only one here, right? You must be talking to me, Mom. I'm like, no, I'm talking to this inanimate object instead.
We got tickled at Cooper because Cooper knows who Santa Claus is. Oh, he knows it all too well. And he's gotten a Christmas present from Santa every single year. So the other day we was talking about Santa Claus, and he goes, ho, ho, ho. Cooper looked at me and barked 3 times. Bow, bow, bow. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Ho, 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 Cooper.
Of course, he's not going to do it now.
No. I tried to get him on camera, and all he wanted to do was sneeze.
Aw.
Wow.
What'd I miss?
Judy said as a younger kid, I guess it's her brother, drove her crazy. In the living room, they had an organ and a baby grand. A baby grand piano. And she'd have to go way out down the golf course, and she could still hear it playing down at the golf course.
Oh, no.
Probably. I'm sure the whole town heard me playing.
I got a question. Does anybody know how to make Swiss steak? The steak with the
Oh gosh, I've made it, but it's probably been 20 years ago or more.
Red gravy, like red sauce gravy.
Yes, it has a tomato gravy on it.
Yeah. Because I was trying to copy it, because we used to have it back in school all the time. And I was trying to make some the other day and put it in the crock pot. And I thought the recipe was right, but it wasn't. It wasn't it.
Some recipes can fool you.
Well, do you have to beat the meat? That was mine written together.
There shaving right out the window.
You got
helps-
I swear to
tenderize it.
God,
It helps to tenderize it, honey.
I'm gonna do a giveaway this coming spring. And there's a book that I found on Amazon. And it says Don't Beat Your Meat. And it's a cookbook.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and you got to tenderize it with a tenderizer.
Yeah. Well, but the name of the book is Don't Beat Your Meat.
I've never heard it say like that. You got to beat your meat.
The other one is
A lot of people say that, but
Yeah.
well, the other one, oh God, forgive me. But it's like all these different recipes to cook chicken. And it said 50 ways to cook your cock.
Yep.
Is the name of the book.
I knew that's what you were
Oh my
going to
gosh.
say. Yep.
I'm like,
I
I
think
gotta give those away. Those are just too funny.
I think Red, I think your Amazon, your Google, your Amazon, they know that you're writing these books. And that's why it serves up all that, Google heard you and they're like, oh, this is the stuff she likes.
I never thought about that.
My channel name is just New Horizons. Never enough time. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Yeah, it's just New Horizons. It's got a picture of me and my husband and our 2 dogs on the
Okay.
logo.
Oh, there's
But
your
yeah,
recipe.
I want to
honey.
make Swiss steak so bad.
No, I don't
think
own
Red-
that book. I want to own it, but I don't own it.
Our Tiny Acres, I think Red really wrote that book.
No, I
She
didn't.
secretly did.
No, I didn't.
I,
But
I
that is
think
the name of it. It says
Backbeat Rhythm is putting up a recipe for you, honey.
Oh,
Half a cup of minced green bell pepper, 1 teaspoon onion powder, half a
There's
teaspoon.
another section above it for it.
Yeah,
too.
I see it too. That's for the Swiss steak.
oh,
See, I don't like tomatoes, so
all-purpose flour.
Oh, I
1/4,
love tomatoes.
1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Sorry.
1/4 teaspoon ground black pepper. 2 pounds of beef and round steak. Cut 1 inch thick. 2 tablespoons vegetable oil. 1/4 cup of water or as needed. Canned
Okay.
diced tomatoes.
I'll tell you how I made it. It was
Yes,
I put it in the
steak.
crock pot, and I tenderized seared the steak. I tenderized it first, and then floured it and seared it, and then put it in the crock pot. And then I sliced up bell peppers and onions, and put that on top. And I think I put some beef broth in there, and some diced tomatoes. But it just did not taste right. It was just something in it that wasn't right to me. It didn't remind me, what I
Yeah.
remember. It wasn't thick. The sauce was not thick. It was,
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
you need to add a
probably
little
because
bit of
you
thickener.
used fresh tomatoes. You probably should have used either crushed tomatoes or even tomato sauce.
well, I
Thank you,
bought
Betsy,
tomato
for
paste.
that recipe.
I bought some tomato paste, and I was tempted to put that in there, and I thought that might be too tomatoey.
No, actually, you probably should have put it in there.
And then I thought about the flour or cornstarch, and I didn't know if that would work.
well, I do like tomatoes. I just don't care for tomato-based sauces. That's what I should say. And I don't like anything with stewed tomatoes in it. But I eat regular tomatoes. I put tomatoes in salad. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I can't
I put
eat
tomatoes on
tomatoes.
my
I
salad.
got diverticulitis, and that'll put me out of
Yeah.
commission for a while.
No,
So
I
but it's
made
the tomato-based
Yeah.
sauces that I don't care for.
I made Salisbury steak the other night, and that came out perfect, and the apple crisp came out okay, but my Swiss steak really stunk a root.
Hey, Backbeat Rhythm, if you could do me a favor, I would greatly appreciate it. On our channel, there was a about thing there.
Oh, the community? Which probably
Well, it's where you could put your email address.
Oh, okay.
And if you could send me that recipe. I will put it as, down under this when it comes, when this comes out. And I will put that down there and I will give you the what's the word? I can't think here. The
Credit,
yeah,
accolades.
credit. Thank you.
Yeah, the
Yes.
credit for it.
For
Yeah.
giving us that. If you could do that, I would greatly appreciate it. And please leave your name, as Black Beet, so that way I'll know where it came from.
Now, I did make some chicken and dressing in the crock pot that my husband absolutely loved. I found that one. You put the chicken breast in the bottom of the crock pot, take cream of chicken, soup, put that in there, put chicken broth in there, and then put the stuffing on top, a little bit of butter, and cook it for about 4 to 6 hours, and that was good.
That actually sounds good.
And
And I
thank
think
you,
that would be
Glenn.
good with leftover turkey,
Oh, yeah.
turkey and dressing.
Oh yeah.
Glenn
Yeah.
just put your channel up there, too.
I'm into crock pot. Anything I could put on in the morning and just let it go.
Right now, the only thing I have to cook in, even my crock pot is in storage. So the only thing I have to cook in is I have this little two burner hot plate thing. And then I have my Instapot. So I'm doing a lot of Instapot stuff just because it's easy. But I'm only eating for, I'm only cooking for one. So I make a
Yeah.
pot of stew and I'm eating stew for 8 days in a row because I have
Oh, wow.
Well,
this
I
little
usually
tiny
make a great
refrigerator,
big
so
old
I can't store it for very long either.
I make a
Yeah.
great big old crock pot of chili, and I'll divide it up in freezer bags and put it in the freezer. And later on, if we're in a hurry, I don't have time to cook, just pop it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
Back
that
beat.
too, but I can it instead.
Oh, 1 second,
I will
please.
can it.
Backbeat. If
Yeah,
you
once
want
I
me
have a stove.
to, if you want me to, and you give me permission to, I'll even link your channel underneath the recipe, so that way people can go and check out your channel as well.
Yes, never enough time. I have CRPS, a nerve disease. I've had it for 8 years.
What is it?
CRPS is chronic regional pain syndrome.
What is
It's
that?
where my nervous system is out of control and slowly tries to take over the body and shut things down.
So that's sort of like mine. What mine does.
I mean, it shut my feet down. I got braces on both feet. It's trying to shut my arms and my back down, but I just keep fighting and pushing and trying to go on hikes or something to
Keep
keep
fighting it,
pushing it.
honey, and we will be praying big time for you.
Yeah, it's a crappy. All because of some surgeries.
Oh,
My body
no.
just went. It didn't want to. I guess my body just didn't want to recuperate.
Yeah, it
I
kind of
had a
went
hammer toe.
haywire.
I had a hammer toe surgery, and when I did my research
Oh,
on it, it said everybody recoups and up to doing everything within a day or two. I thought that's not too bad. I can get back to work at the school as a custodian. I'll be all right. 2 months later, I was able to go back to work because it was out of control.
Wow.
Wow.
okay.
I
I
have a
will be
scooter.
right
I get
back.
around.
My stepson had that same surgery, and yeah, that wasn't. They
Yeah,
had to stick rods in his toes, and ugh.
the disease that I have works a lot like Lou Gehrig's disease. But
I have a
Oh,
little
wow.
touch of that.
it's really messing with the doctors because I have no strength in order to walk, but I got huge muscles in my legs. And they're like, no, it shouldn't be like this. So I mean, it's a mystery.
Well, never enough times that they had the same nerve disease I have.
Oh,
I got a touch of that, fibo and arthritis, and this during cold weather here is hurt. Oh, it hurts. That's why we're trying to get down to Florida.
yes, Backbeat, if you have a channel that you would like to share in that email to me, I will, if you send me the link, I will definitely put that underneath the recipe.
this phone's in my way. I can't type.
I figure that's the least thing I could do is, one, give them the credit, and two, share their channel out. If I could do more, I would.
I mean, when I was Googling different crock pot, because I get tired of cooking the same things over and over. Pork chops the same way or this. Some of those recipes on there, I was like, say what? I need buy a whole new supply of stuff just to cook one meal.
Yeah.
I like the simple things.
Yeah, Matt made hamburgers tonight. Travis made them the other night, and they put onion powder. We chopped up onions, not onion powder, but garlic powder. We chopped up onions really, really fine and mixed them in with meat, as well as we put 3 leaves
Yes,
of
Francine, that
garden
cold is rough
sage
up
in it.
there, and it's windy.
Garden
windy
sage
city.
in it, and they put thyme in it. And I'm telling you, it's the best burgers. Oh my god! So
We had
good.
meatloaf tonight. We have what they call Blackstone grill.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I have one of those.
And I put it in one of those aluminum throwaway pans you buy and put it in there and cover it up with aluminum foil, and we cook it on the Blackstone grill. And I will never eat a meatloaf cooked in an oven again because it is so moist and tender. I mean,
But does your Blackstone grill have a cover on it?
Yeah, it has a
Yeah,
lid.
see, mine doesn't. I just got the flat griddle.
Yeah,
And now
I
I'm
think
wishing I
that-
would have got the one with the cover. But
Yeah, I want one of those so bad. But
Yeah,
they're
never
getting
got
outdoor
mine.
kitchen really bad too.
Yeah,
I got
never
mine
enough
for
time to her think it's
$57.
fancy.
It was $57 for the 22-inch one at Walmart. It was on clearance. But
Wow,
it was
'cause ours-
$57. It was usually $300.
Yeah, 'cause
Wow.
Ours is a 22-inch with the lid, and I was gonna say ours costs a lot more than that at Walmart.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well that's why I got the flat one too. And I had just gone down there to get a barbecue because I was living
Oh,
here
that
and
sounds good.
I want to be able to barbecue steak. So I was just gonna go get one of those little tiny barbecues and couldn't find one of those. And then I found that Blackstone and I'm like, man, I can make breakfast on this and everything. Well, now it rains outside, so I just got it covered because until I get a patio, I can't cook on it in the rain. So
Well,
Okay,
friends
good,
of ours-
Kate. I will post that. I will post that as well, so I
Well,
can
we got-
send people over there.
Our
the friends
tiny
we're gonna
acres
go
had
stay with in
onion
North
mushroom
Carolina
soup.
have them.
I see. I would love to have onion and mushroom soup, but I can't eat mushrooms.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
I love
used to make mini meatloafs all the time and cook them on the grill. Wrap them in foil and cook them on the grill.
those are good. Those little mini meatloafs.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Those
I
are
wonder
good.
if I
I'll
could
tell you
do that on
something
the
else.
I don't think I could do that on the Blackstone.
You probably could, but you'd have to keep turning it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Glenn.
Yeah. See, we got friends in North Carolina we're going to go stay with Thanksgiving with. They're redoing the whole inside of their house because it was
Ooh.
an old store at one time and they're redoing it. And she had her kitchen all tore apart, so they had to learn to cook all their meals on their Blackstone grills. And they got like
Oh,
3
wow.
of them, great big ones.
Wow.
And they set their kettles on it and cook. I mean, the things he came up with, the recipes.
Oh yeah.
He
You know
puts
what?
corn and bacon
You
on the
could-
grill.
I bet you could cook anything on one of those that you
Yeah.
can actually cook on a wood cook stove.
Yeah, they said
Your
you could,
recipes
anything
would be basically
that you
about
can
the
cook
same.
on your stove, you can cook on that black stuff.
Yep.
I've done biscuits. You know,
Yeah, I've
canned
seen-
biscuits.
Oh, I love fried
Wow.
biscuits.
Oh, they're good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're good.
I haven't tried those yet, but I've seen them because I joined that Blackstone Facebook group. And so they're always posting recipes and stuff like that. But like I said, for me it's just me here, so it's easier for me to just throw a steak on there and some vegetables and fry them up and eat them than it is to do all this fancy cooking.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we done threw biggest part of our skillets away, except for a stainless steel one. And I love cooking with um cast iron.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in
Judy,
Laurel
the
Springs, North Carolina. Laurel Springs is where I'm
Judy,
going.
the Instapots usually go on sale on Black Friday sale.
Uh-huh.
And I would check Amazon and Walmart because I think my sister got one for like $50 at Walmart
I gave mine
last
away.
year on Black
That's
Friday. I
cool.
love
Oh,
mine.
that's very interesting.
That's really
Okay.
cool.
I
Black
gave my
Pete said when they
Instapot
were in
away.
Iraq, when he was in Iraq, he made a grill using Hummer parts.
No, that's
That is
creative.
really cool.
Now, my son, the Marine, who's the diesel mechanic on those Hummers, would be like cringing, going, "That's for all those parts."
You want some good grilled corn? Pull your shucks back and, desilk it. But then put, believe it or not, this stuff is for popcorn. You can put almost any popcorn seasoning on there, though. But kettle corn is the best. Season that corn down with kettle corn seasoning and pull the shucks back up over it and grill that. Oh my God. Heaven
Oh,
on
wow.
I love grilled corn. I
earth. Heaven
love it.
on earth.
It
It's
is.
like major sweet corn. It's good.
It brings out
Yummy,
the sweetness and oh my God.
But put kettle corn seasoning like you would put on your popcorn on your corn before you grill it and see what happens.
Oh,
my
I've never
God.
tried that. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
oh, we always like
Kettle
throwing
corn
corn on our
seasoning is
smoker grill.
just sugar and salt, isn't it? Kettle corn seasoning, isn't that just sugar and salt? It's just a blend of sugar and salt.
No, it's got other stuff in it too. I would have to read it to see what all it is, but yeah, it is a sweet a sweet seasoning, but oh my God, it's good. And if you're cooking regular corn on
I'll
the
have to
on a
remember
regular
that.
stove where you're boiling it, put a little
Yeah, because
milk in your water.
I think when you boil it on the stove, you're boiling a lot of that stuff out of it.
You
And when
are.
you cook it on that grill, I mean, we'll throw it
It's
on our
actually
smoker.
locking it
just,
in. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never ate grilled corn
Oh my
before.
God.
When
I'm
I
not allowed
make
to
it
eat a
on
lot
the
of corn.
stovetop, when I make just corn kernels on the stovetop, I don't boil it. I fry it in butter. So I have fried corn.
Yeah.
Fried corn's good.
Fried
Excuse me
corn's
for a
good,
second.
and yes, ma'am.
Backbeat, I would like to thank you personally, coming from me. I want to thank you for your service.
Yes, me too.
Yes, thank you.
I'm an Air Force brat. So
yeah. If you ever make French style green beans, fry them and see what happens in a little bit of butter.
Oh yeah.
Or in bacon grease.
Bacon
grease
is good too. Now I put bacon grease in regular green beans.
My mom fries her corn in a skillet on the stove.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
Fry it in butter.
A lot of people do. I do hominy the same way. I fry it.
That's the way my grandma did it.
No, I don't eat hominy. Nope, I throw that stuff out. My mom moved in with us at one time, and my daughter's like going through her canned goods, and she's like, "What's this hominy stuff?" I'm like, "Throw it away. We are not taking that." And the stewed tomatoes, you can throw those away too because they are not coming in my house.
I mean, my grandma fried her corn and green beans, and then our friends we're going to stay with over in North Carolina, he chops up a little bit of bacon and puts it in with the corn and puts it on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
That sounds really, really good.
Yep. I'm getting hungry now.
Me too.
Yeah, I bet you could wrap your corn in bacon too and grill it. It would be yummy.
Yeah. Yep.
Now we do that with asparagus. We wrap asparagus in bacon and put it on the grill.
But
we do that with hot dogs.
So high in the supermarket. Gosh, dang.
If you take a hot dog and cut it down the middle and put sliced cheese in it and then wrap it in bacon and put it on the grill, it is so good.
Everything's good with bacon in it.
Yeah, exactly.
This is true. Bacon makes everything better.
I can't have cheese.
But I tell
can't
you
have
what,
any dairy at all.
Well, you can have the bacon in the hot dog, right?
Yeah.
Just take the hot
But
dog and wrap it in bacon then.
I'd pull the bacon off and eat it and throw the hot dog to the dogs. Here you go.
I tell you what, I looked at
Well,
bacon
Judy,
in the
tell
store and I
him
about
thank you for
died.
us.
Everything's getting
We
hot.
found, they used to sell the bacon that's in a package that doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
found some of that the other day. It was like $2 a box.
Yeah, yeah.
That just
You
seems
know, they
weird to
make
me.
a jerky that bacon jerky.
Yeah, we got a store down here. It's called Lowe's. It's a Lowe's grocery store. They started out in North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm telling you, they got. I'm not saying that all their stuff is less expensive than Walmart, but the biggest part of it is.
Yeah. Now I've gotten the already pre-cooked bacon before at Aldi's, and their prices aren't too bad on it. But yeah,
Judy,
you go to a normal grocery store or even Walmart and try to buy just a pound of bacon. Oh my gosh.
We don't have
better be
normal
rich.
grocery stores out here. We have those daily deals or whatever. So you go down there and you don't even know if they're gonna have bread in stock. It's like weird.
Well,
And then we have Walmart.
well,
So I have to
like my
drive like an hour and a half to get to Aldi's to get
like my
groceries.
dad said, the farmers aren't getting any more of that money when
They're
the
not.
prices go up.
They're
I
not.
mean, we used to milk cows for
They're
seal
going
test
further and
milk,
further in the hole.
and when the
oh,
dairy farmers went on
3
strike, he
tours
would
in
dump that
Iraq
milk down the
and
drain.
3 in Afghanistan. Oh my gosh.
3 tours in Iraq and 3 in Afghanistan. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
oh. So my daddy was both in the Korean and the Vietnam War. And he still has night terrors. And they got a
My
dog. She was never trained to do this, but when, she sees her pawpaw is starting to have one of these, she'll jump up on the bed and keep hitting him with her paws, like sort of jumping on him to wake him up,
Mhm.
to pull him
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah, to bring
She
him
was
back
never
to
taught to do that. She was never taught to do
reality.
that. Yeah.
No, some dogs just do that naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a blue heeler. So she's a
They're
pretty
very
smart.
smart dogs.
smart.
They're very smart.
Mm-hmm.
There is one thing. A lot of these men that go over into wars and all, I want to also thank their wives because their wives are at home worried to
Mhm.
And
death
their
about
parents.
their
Yes.
husband
Yes.
and their
And
parents.
it's
and their-
hard on their it's hard on their families.
Yep.
It is.
Especially around holidays. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I sometimes don't think that they get the proper acknowledgement as well, like they
Mhm.
should.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the Marines, they really there's a huge support for moms of Marines. They're called MOMs. But so there was a huge support for us when he first went into the Marines. And I was really big in that group. And then I just started, then it got to be normal. So I didn't worry as much. But my son was only in the reserves. But there's still always that fear that they were going to call him up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's out. But I think because he was in the reserves, they can still call him back. I mean, he's only
Oh yeah.
25. So they could
Oh,
still call him
wow.
back. He spent 6 years in there and
Blackbeat, I don't know, Backbeat was in
Yeah.
there for a total of 25 years.
wow.
Yes.
That's a long
And I
That's
have
a
friends
long
from
time.
high school that were in there in the Marines, and they went over to Afghanistan, and they came back and have really had to struggle to enter society because of all the stuff that they saw over there. Is really sad.
Well,
Yes.
see, my mom and dad had this same problem because, when you're in the military, you get close. And, one military family will help another military family. And it's like it becomes
A community.
a
They
community.
almost become your family.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when you leave it,
Mhm.
you don't have that support that you once had.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Right.
you don't. Um, I've got a close friend. In fact, that's where just came home from today. She has a brother that went, I mean, from one end to the other of Vietnam. He was a prisoner over there twice.
Ugh.
And I'll tell you what now, if it wasn't for his family, he would be one of your homeless vets
Yeah.
because he's just not, he's a very smart man, but
But he
I
never
don't know what it
recovered.
is. He cannot keep a home of his own. If they didn't, if they weren't putting him giving him a home to live in, he wouldn't have a home.
Yeah. That's
Backseat,
sad.
I want to thank you for coming in tonight, and I hope you'll come back next Saturday.
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Have a
please.
good night.
Good night.
I'm
Good
glad
night.
we got to meet you. You know, we've been on here for over 2 hours.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Have you been to one of my lives? They went 12 hours, 6 hours.
Wow.
After after 30 minutes on mine, I can't think of anything to talk about.
Well, when I'm doing it by myself, I get that problem. But when I'm doing the panel, we did the panel for 11 and a half hours. That's how I got my watch hours. And
Wow.
yeah, and then we did another one for 6 and another one for 4, and that got me all the watch hours I needed to get me monetized. I won't do them that long. I'll do them the members. When I do the panel chats, I'm going to do members only and do the panel chats like that so we can all just hang out or whatever. But I'll do that for the members only, and then I'm just going to do the 1 hour co-host thing where we talk about a topic or something on
Yeah,
Tuesdays. But the internet first.
Glenn and April's done 5 hours, and
yeah,
they can get really.
It's a lot of butt time.
Well, since I can get the copy and paste down again going, I'll be able to invite people up next time.
The only lives I've done is either on somebody else's live
Good night,
or
Susan.
lives I've done myself. I've done instructional lives where I was doing something, and rather than just video it and edit it, because oh my lord, I can edit a video to death, literally.
Me
but
too.
If you go live and do it, you don't have to edit it.
That's true.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that you don't get the replay.
Actually, you do if you're doing an instructional video.
Yeah, but if it goes too long. So, like if I'm looking for something, and let's say I'm looking how to do something and it's quick and easy, and then so I could see somebody's got a 5-minute video up and you've got an hour video up as a viewer, I'm going to do the 5-minute video. And that's my concern is that I'm trying to still find that sweet spot where I don't want my videos so long, but I also don't want them so short because I'd rather put one longer video up a week than a bunch of short ones up during the week because people just don't seem to watch the short ones as much as they watch the building ones that are longer. So I don't know. I'm just still playing with it to find out what works for me.
Mine are back and forth.
What was that?
The ones I put out last year are doing better than the ones this year.
My first video, one of my first videos was this horrible, horrible video where I'm walking around with my camera. I'm swinging it all around like this. I'm at a homesteading conference and I'm videoing this lady processing a chicken. And that is still one of my highest viewing videos. And it's one of my worst videos ever. So that's why I don't get people subscribing to my channel off of that video because they're like, oh my gosh, this lady's horrible. But that was 3.5 years ago.
Well, I got 2 videos that went up. One of them was the one with Santa Claus. And I was interviewing him here in front of my fireplace. And the other one is the Little Debbie video.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I start playing Rockabye Baby at the beginning of it. And when I come on, I start talking about the little girl in my arms. She's all wrapped up in a blanket. She's so plump and full and smells so sweet. And when the camera pans over to it, it's a box of little Debbie cakes.
Oh my.
Yeah. And people were like, is she holding a puppy? Is she holding a kitty? She got a rabbit or a goat in there? They're getting all this in there because I stretch it as long as I can before the camera pans over and all you see is a box of little Debbie cakes.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That was very
Yeah, I'm not
creative.
creative enough to think of that
I
kind of
tried to
stuff.
get Paul to help me do the little video or the little Debbie video, and he wouldn't do it. He refused.
Well, that one was thought up on the spot, literally on the spot. I was like, how are we going to do this? I just grabbed the box, wrapped it in a blanket, and was holding it like a baby. And that's when we started shooting it. So I didn't really think it out. But yeah, that's another one of our highest paid ones.
Ow.
Our tiny acres. What kind of greenhouse did you have? We put up one from what is that? Harbor Freight. But we
Yeah.
put a whole nother structure inside of it. We sunk 4x4s in each corner down in the ground and then attached the greenhouse to them. That greenhouse don't move.
Wow. Yeah, in the video with Santa, we beat around the bush a bit, but we talk about cooking moonshine and magic cookies that make the reindeer fly high.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you got to really pay attention and you got to read between those lines in
Okay,
order
our
to get
tiny
it.
acres. Some metal
Oh my
frames.
gosh,
Okay,
I
the
keep
one
going.
you get from Harbor Freight is a metal frame too. But what we done was we sunk 4x4 posts in the corners and literally attached the greenhouse to it. But then we also put the I guess like rafters or whatever on top of it that I can actually hang stuff on and stuff too. But that greenhouse ain't going nowhere. I mean, it would probably have to be a tornado to take it out.
Brenda, don't say
Yes,
that, especially when y'all
Yeah.
get tornadoes there.
Don't
especially
be
not where I live.
mentioning no tornadoes.
Yeah. I mean, she
We've
drove
had
to
some
two
pretty
of them
strong.
coming back from Kentucky.
Yeah, I did. I've drove through a
Wow.
lot of tornadoes in my lifetime.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'd probably pull over and then stop the car, and then I'd get taken away by the tornado. I would panic. So,
Honey, I drove through St. Louis with a tornado.
We've had our fair share of tornadoes. We're in Tornado Alley here in India.
see, earthquakes, I can handle earthquakes. I've handled them my whole life, but tornadoes and hurricane things, nope, that just terrifies me.
I
I
have
don't know.
only been in one earthquake, and that was here in Virginia.
I've drove through a tornado once, trying to get to safety. It's no fun. No fun.
I have
I
drove
just
through
drove. I
Some
drove.
you do and some you don't.
Oh, caulking the seams.
Yeah, you want to use there's specific types of caulking to use on them. Now we did not build our greenhouse exactly according to the instructions.
You threw the instructions away, huh?
Well, I didn't
They make good
particularly
fire
like
starters.
their instructions. The part that you're supposed to actually sink the metal base that you're supposed to sink into the ground, we didn't do that. We put concrete down and then anchored it to the concrete, but we also put the 4x4 posts in.
Our tiny acres, where are you located? Like what state? I'm just curious.
Because my husband built a baby bed for one of
I
the
didn't know there
baby
was such a
boys
thing as
one
a
time,
state that didn't
and
have
he threw
tornadoes.
away the instructions. And we went to lay the doll in the baby bed when he was done, and the doll fell through. And I said, "Now go get the instructions."
Oh,
So that's why I said, "Did you throw the instructions away?" I said, "There, that doll fell through. Our baby's gonna fall through."
Yeah, I will put up with the
Okay,
tornadoes
Oregon.
before I put up with hurricanes.
I thought so, our tiny acres, but I couldn't remember if it was Oregon or Washington.
Oregon, okay. That's why there's no tornado.
Let's see. I went through no, take it back. 3 tornadoes, one at Myrtle Beach when I was a little kid, and 2 in West Virginia. I've drove through a hurricane that hit North Carolina. I was by myself and had a 10-year-old kid. Was he 12? He's like 10 or 12 at that time. I've drove through blizzards. I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible.
I've drove through blizzards on my way out here with the U-Haul towing my car behind me. That was not fun. With the dog and 2 cats in the front end of the U-Haul.
It's raining here now.
Huh.
We've had so
I
much
couldn't
rain.
do it. The storm chasers, I'd be like running the other way.
Oh, I could not do that. No.
I could be a storm chaser. There again, my kids could be too. My kids, if there's a tornado, they're running outside to watch it go over.
Now that's my dad. He's 90-something years old. He'll go out and stand outside to watch the tornado. Me, I'm getting in shelter.
My youngest, or not my youngest, my oldest one, when she was in college in Springfield, Missouri, her and her roommate used to go down to the garage when there was tornado warnings. And I mean, Springfield's like right in Tornado Alley.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up 40, Tornado Alley.
Yes. We
they
just
would
drove through
tie
there.
themselves to the beams in the in the garage and watch the tornadoes go through.
Oh no. And then all the flying debris. That's crazy.
That's what I told her. She's like, "Well, I won't blow away, Mom." I'm like, "No, but you can't get away from flying debris neither."
Yeah. All the metal roofing.
Yeah.
Travis and I was over at
exactly,
the door.
Judy.
Travis and I was over at the door maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. We're looking out the door, watching a tornado try to form above our house.
Judy, I'm in a mobile home that I'm renovating right now, and it's not even tied down. So if there's a tornado, that's my day to go.
I'm in an RV, so I'm going to be
same thing. Be like, we're not in Kansas anymore.
I'm going to be going.
Snakes in Chicago?
There's no place like home. There's no place
but
like
there's
home.
things in Chicago I'd rather meet up with snake in a hurricane than some of the things that are in Chicago.
Okay, wait a minute. In Chicago, you have high winds, constant.
Yeah,
I froze to death in Chicago. There. So you just have a tornado. It's 24/7. You're just used to it.
This could be.
Those winds. My daughter and I were walking down. I don't even know the name of the street, but it was like a main street in downtown Chicago, and she was like 14, 15 years old, but weighed all of 100 pounds. And I was like trying to hold on to her so that she didn't blow away because it was that windy. It was bad.
I've never been to Chicago.
I haven't either.
I mean, let's see, North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia.
No, I
drove through Kansas. I will never do that again. Kansas City. I will never do that again.
Oh, Judy, that's
Oregon,
not
good.
Judy, it's probably just a breaker. Judy, that's probably just a breaker in your breaker box. It's really easy.
But yeah, oh God.
Am I freezing up again?
Not that I know. I can tell. We were traveling from Oregon to West Virginia. First of all, I'd never read a map in my life. I had no idea what I was doing. And my ex-husband decided to tell me that I needed to read the map to bring us to West Virginia. I was nervous. We started off during the day, and when it got night, I found it was very difficult for me to see. Like very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled over
It's
and he
hard to
pulled
read in the
over. And
dark.
he goes, "What are you doing?" I went, "I can't see." I said, "I can't see at all." And he reaches over and takes my sunglasses off.
Yeah. No, the most I've ever dealt with Chicago was when my youngest one had a layover in Chicago. And oh my God, she scared me to half to death. She's calling me on the phone, Mom, I missed my layover or
Oh,
missed my connecting flight. And she called to get a hotel room because she couldn't get another flight out till the next day. And she goes out and gets a cab to take her to the hotel. Only they took her to the wrong hotel, and she's standing out there outside this hotel in the at the wrong hotel, not knowing what the heck to do or how to get back out of there and get to the
Oh
right hotel.
no.
And I
oh,
was like,
God.
oh my God. And she's out here in that city doing this stuff. Like, I was ready to die.
I tell you what, I was never so thankful when they
Okay, guys,
developed
I'm
the
gonna get off of
GPS.
here because I have a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been about 2.5 hours, and
I'm
I
gonna
only get
go.
12 hours a month, so I think I'm
All
gonna
right. Well,
call it a night.
you have a good
Yeah,
night,
I got a
Emery.
big day tomorrow. We gotta finish up this tractor. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bye.
All right.
I want to thank you for coming in. In fact, I want to
She
thank
done
all of
left
you
you.
for coming in tonight. Yeah, she
Oh.
She went.
did. Go away,
She was
Red.
like, I gotta go. I'm gone.
But I do want to thank all of y'all for coming up here tonight. I really
Oh,
do.
you're
Oh, you're
welcome.
welcome. Sorry I was so late.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, I
And
learned
I
how
was
to
gonna
make
try. I had my
Swiss
alarm
steak
set,
tonight. I know how to
but
cook Swiss steak tonight. So
awesome.
good night, Emery. Glenn, thank
Yes.
you
Good
for
night,
posting
Emery.
everyone's link to their channels. I want to thank
Yes.
all
Thank
of you
you,
for
Glenn.
joining me tonight. It wasn't a
It's been
laugh fest,
fun.
and see, you did
but
your live
We
stream
gotta get
perfect.
Desiree up here too one night.
yeah. But maybe the next one, I have to think of something to do.
Talk. That's what
Besides,
everybody tells me. Talk. I'm like, but
yeah,
about what? That's why if I do a live, I'm usually doing an instructional one because, well, at least I have a subject, something to talk about.
but I do plan on giving those books out this spring, just because it kind of fits right with the channel. It's about the time everyone starts barbecuing and cooking outside
Yeah. I
and
need
all
to do
that.
some with cooking on the wood cook stove. Good night, Urban a Bucket.
Good night,
Good night,
Susan.
everybody.
Good
I
night,
did a
Judy.
live making biscuits and gravy and stuff
Oh,
on the
yum,
wood cook stove.
yum, yum, yum. All right. Well, good night, everyone. Love you all, and thank you
Good
once again.
night. Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody, and God bless all y'all.
Bye
God
bye.
bless you too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.